Ladies and gentlemen, earlier tonight, President Trump told the world, wait until you see what's coming. In this video, I'm going to tell you exactly what's coming. Oh, crap. The Democrats are screwed. Hey folks, how you doing tonight? We have a lot to talk about and not too much time to do it. So first, I want to get right to this article right here. Quote, wait until you see what's coming. President Trump fires warning shot on fraudulent computer system. So I'm sure you've all heard about these computer glitches going across the country out of the Dominion voting system. We're going to get into some more detail as this is all going to come together in the end, but I want to first tell you how this came about. Let's scroll down this article a little bit. This all started after a Brave County clerk in Antrim, Michigan came forward and said a software glitch caused 6,000 votes to be stolen from President Trump and given to Joe Biden. A so-called computer glitch fix in one of Michigan's Antrim counties has led to 6,000 votes switching from Joe Biden to President Trump. The head of the Republican Party has asked for an additional 47 counties to be recounted after the fix, since these 47 counties also use the same Dominion software. Guys, I don't know if you know how big of a deal this is about to be. So we saw Rudy Giuliani come on earlier, and if you didn't see this video clip, you can go to my Parler page at The James Lane and scroll down a little bit, and you'll see this clip from Rudy Giuliani explaining the legal fight that's going to go across 10 states. That's 10 states where they're going to talk about what really happened. All kinds of corralling issues, voter suppression, illegal vote counting, backdating. It's pretty terrible. And that enough is, and has been, more than plenty for 70 plus million Americans to say enough is enough. All right. And I'm sure if you're listening to this and watching this, you're one of those Americans. So what I want to talk about is the extent of what they've actually discovered, because what we just talked about, what Rudy Giuliani said earlier, it's fine and dandy, but I don't think that's the big picture. It's not the big enchilada. It isn't the final end all be all. And I think we're going to come to an abrupt and sudden realization very soon, if you haven't already, and if the left hasn't already, which I'm doubting they have, that Donald Trump will be reelected to the seat of presidency, the highest office in this country, leading from the front once again for another 4 years. Let's talk about this article really quick right here. All right, guys? This is breaking exclusive. This is from Joe Hoft at the Gateway Pundit. Breaking exclusive. Analysis of election night data from all states now show millions of votes either switched from President Trump to Biden or were lost or just disappeared. They're using the Dominion system and the other systems that are related to it. Guys, we have a 21st century problem on our hands. Let's read a little more. We've reported on numerous events in the 2020 election, which are being referred to as a system glitch in the media. Last night, we were provided another glitch, this time in Wisconsin, which, if reversed, would eliminate Biden's reported vote lead in the state. This isn't just a couple hundred votes like they want you to believe. This isn't just tens and 20s here and there. Oh, just give in to the Biden mandate. No, this is more than enough votes to sway the election. And it's just in the glitches. This isn't anything of what Rudy Giuliani was talking about earlier. Let's keep going. Tonight, we have obtained an unaudited analysis of data available for all of the states looking for system glitches and other oddities in vote counts related to the presidential race only. All right. Last night, we reported on another so-called system glitch, this time in a county in Wisconsin. Evidence has provided that the vote totals for Rock County appeared to be switched between President Trump and Joe Biden. That's 9,516 other votes eliminated from President Trump and moved to Joe Biden. All right. This is a 19,032 vote difference when corrected. And it would absolutely and is going to absolutely eliminate Joe Biden's lead in Wisconsin. I want you to remember something if nobody has told you this yet. The news does not choose the president. We have a constitutional process. Each state has to certify its votes. They have to have a non-biased representative from both parties sign off and certify the election in the state. Right now, zero. It hasn't happened. It hasn't happened yet at all. So nobody's the president next time yet. And Joe Biden just going lackadaisically along and pretending like he's going to be president. He doesn't think he's going to be president, guys. He doesn't think that. Do you guys really think they think that? This is all a ploy. All right. This is all to convince a large chunk of low information voters and ignorant folks that don't take the time to read anything but headlines. This is to convince them that we cheated an election when they're the ones doing all the cheating. Let me keep reading here. All right. Let me keep reading. Let's go down. In the Post last night, we also identified issues we've reported on in Michigan, Pennsylvania, and Georgia, where similar glitches have occurred. We next attempted to obtain more data on this issue so we could determine how widespread this issue may be and or if there are reasonable explanations for what's occurring. Then tonight we were led to this site where someone who had seen our post decided to do a statistical analysis himself. And in this piece, the author claims his work is a full list of votes switched from Trump to Biden or votes simply poof, erased by Dominion. This sounds a lot like Skynet, doesn't it? The author claims that his work has been verified, but we have not verified the results. So I want to tell you, they haven't verified, but this looks very, very reasonable. I understand statistics. I've looked at these numbers. It doesn't look like BS. Not at all. The author decided to obtain the data himself and perform an analysis of national votes switched from Trump to Biden and votes erased. Total amount of votes counted decreased by that amount throughout the counting. All right, let's keep going. The author obtained data that has been passed around and captured by the New York Times. All right, the data he's using isn't made up out of thin air. You can go find it on the New York Times. And by examining the data, the author was able to locate an instance where the votes were switched from Trump to Biden. So, on that evidence, he decided to perform an analysis on the entire data set, starting with the states where Dominion voting machines are used. And trust me, all right, I want to assure you that there are people in this country with that much free time on their hands, all right? Don't underestimate the scorn of a pissed off patriot, all right, lefties? All right. Let's move on from the lefties thing. Let's keep reading. By examining the data, I don't want to get too freaking riled up and pissed off. I might upset the neighbors or wake up my daughter. By examining the data, the author was able to locate an instance where votes were switched from Trump to Biden. All right. He performed this analysis. The author also claims that the data is from the Edison research. It's the same data that is being used by ABC, by CBS, by CNN, by NBC, all the mainstream media outlets. You could add Fox to that now. Rest in peace. It's also used for the website of the New York Times. All right, so let's look at the chart. Let's look at this chart. The chart lists votes switched from Trump to Biden and the votes that were lost. All right. This isn't a little list. Let's talk here. Dominion Systems, Pennsylvania. 220,883 votes were switched from Biden to Trump, and almost 1 million votes disappeared. No red flags yet? Let's keep going. New Jersey, home of Cory Booker. I hate that guy. New Jersey, 80,242 votes switched from Biden or from Trump to Biden. 20 votes disappeared. Florida, 21,422, 456 lost. I guess they gave up when they saw how bad Trump was beating the crap out of Biden there. Michigan, 20,213 and 21,882 lost. Let's keep going. New York, 18,124, and 623,213 just disappeared. Just Harry Houdini right out the door. Gone. Georgia, 17,407 votes switched from Trump to Biden. 33,574 lost. Ohio, 14,965 taken from Trump and handed to Biden. 5,102 tossed right off the back of the truck, guys. Virginia, 12,163 votes stolen from Trump and given to Biden. Almost a million again. 789,023 votes lost. California, 7,701 switched. 10,989 lost. No big deal there, right? We were expecting that. Arizona, 4,492 switched, 0 lost. And you should be paying attention to Arizona and Nevada right now. Minnesota, 2,766 switched from Trump, to Biden. And almost 200,000 in Minnesota. I wonder, a lot of us believe, especially looking at the data and how things were trending, Trump was going to win this in an electoral landslide until, they shut the lights off in the middle of the night and all the other votes appeared and all of the systems decided to glitch. I wonder if when we catch all of them and we decide to put them in jail, they start begging and crying and saying it wasn't us, it was a computer glitch. They're already, the Democrats love to do that. They love to set us up months in advance. We should be paying attention. You remember a couple months ago, not even month two, whatever it was, they were saying, they were putting Coney Barrett in there because the count's going to go up to her and she's going to put him in office. She's illegitimate because Trump's a cheater and blah, 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 blah. That's what they were going on about. And look where we're heading. They've been setting this whole thing up. This is their plan. This is their crappy plan to somehow save face in the end. We're still trying to figure out what they're doing here because they can't possibly believe that this coup is going to succeed. They can't possibly believe that they're going to overthrow the constitutional process. If they really believe that, they're out of their damn minds. They're delusional. They really must be living in that damn political bubble. So let me keep reading down the list here. It's not too much more. We can look at Tennessee, 2,330 switched. Louisiana, 2,322 switched. Illinois, 2,166 switched. 54,730 lost. Wisconsin, 2,078 switched, 3,408 lost. Colorado, 1,809 switched. Utah, 1,627 switched. New Hampshire, 973 switched, 116 lost. Iowa, 938 to 477. New Mexico, 268 to 4,610. Missouri, they lost 20,730. And in total, just out of that, all right, in total, from these systems, just from Dominion, you're looking at nationally 434,889 votes taken from Trump and handed to Joe Biden. Plagiarist, sleepy Joe, dementia Joe, out of his mind Joe Biden. That's almost 500,000. That's almost 500,000 votes. And you think this isn't going to come up? They're just stoking unrest by pretending to be the president. You know how he has that office of the president-elect? They made that. That's a little business or whatever. They incorporated it. There's no office of the president-elect. It's all smoke and mirrors, guys. It's a pretend Mexican donkey show. That's 2,705,228 votes lost from Trump. Just disappeared. 3 million votes, That sounds pretty close to the number missing from the popular vote. Just saying. Kansas and Texas, they use a different system. Premier Election Solutions, owned by Dominion. How convenient. Texas, 14,954 lost. 30,557 switched. Kansas, 1,674 2,154. We got big totals here too, 16,628 to 32,711. They use another system in some of these other states as well called election systems and software. And as you can see, these numbers are huge. They keep going right down. I don't need to keep reading them. We'll get to a total in a second. Same with these unknown systems here. Still in the thousands, guys. In total, altogether, all right, altogether, just when you do the math from the glitch, that's 512,095 votes stolen from Trump and sacrificed to Biden, given to Biden on a silver platter. And if I wasn't sure, if I wasn't remembering correctly, please correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't it just over 200,000 votes that Biden's apparently beating him by in these swing states? That looks like double the votes right there, plus another 3 million on top. Looks like good betting odds to me that things are going to turn in our favor. All right. I want to talk about something connected to this. I want to talk about having confidence in this. I want to talk about having confidence in general. I know there's a lot of people that are very worried that they're just going to steal another election from us like they've done back, years past with all of the election and voting fraud, the mafia style union boss Philly crap that goes on, the stuff that they're doing across this country, the terrorizing of voters, the misinformation of voters. I know you're worried they're going to steal this election, but they have to expose the fraud. They have to show us what's happening. They have to battle these people in public so that they can never come back and do this again. But you know what gives me confidence beyond this? I like a guy in government. I like this man named Mike Pompeo, if you don't know about him, and you should. He's the Secretary of State, all right? He is a very, very well-spoken man. He's helped broker these Middle East peace deals. He's done all this amazing stuff for this country, and he doesn't get talked about that much. But I want to read this article really quick before we get off here. Pompeo, quote, "There will be a smooth transition to a second Trump administration." That's not propaganda. That's a fact when he says it, all right? Secretary of State Mike Pompeo on Tuesday said he expects there to be a second Trump administration when the outcome of the election is final. A reporter asked Pompeo if the State Department was preparing to engage with Biden transition team on, and I hate that they even say the Biden transition team because he can't legally actually have a transition team because he's not transitioning to anything unless the BLM and Antifa activists got a hold of him and he's transitioning to another gender. All right. I don't understand. I do understand because they're a bunch of corrupt assholes, but if you're gonna tell the truth, there is no President-elect Biden and there is no office of the President-elect. All right, guys, this is what Pompeo had to say. He said, "The world is watching what's taking place. We're going to count all the votes. And when the process is complete, there will be electors selected. There's a process. The Constitution lays it out clearly." And it does. It does lay it out clearly. And like we said before, none of these results are certified. It's all just guesses by the media. They're all working in cahoots to bring forth this social justice mandate. I know that you heard what Biden said, that he has a mandate for climate change, that he has a mandate for social justice, for systemic racism. How quick will they rush to judgment? How quick will they drag you from your home? When does the genocide start after all of this crap? Because this is some socialist crap that we're having to put up with, all right? Socialist crap. I trust Mike Pompeo, all right? Everything he said that he was going to do has come true. All of the peace deals, all of the things he's worked out between different nations, the liaison for democracy to the world from the United States of America says there will be a second term. And if you watch anything, read anything about this man, he is an honorable and truthful person. He was chuckling when he said, we'll have a great second term. You're not going to chuckle unless you have some cards up your sleeve, unless you've got that wild ace. I'm very confident that we count, and we must count every legal vote. We must make sure that any vote that wasn't lawful ought not to be counted. that dilutes your vote if it's done improperly. We've got to get that right. And when we get it right, we'll get it right. And we're in good shape, he said. Guys, there's no Biden-Harris administration. Stay vigilant. Prepare yourself, because this is the actual map. This is what we're dealing with right here. Georgia's still in play. Pennsylvania's still in play. Michigan's still in play. Wisconsin's still in play. Arizona's still in play. Nevada's still in play. Alaska's still in play. I promised you guys a landslide. Checkmate. Oh, good. I am glad you're still here, comrade. I need you to do me big favor. I need you to go and hit this like button right here. I need you to hit this share button right here. And most important of all, I need you to come up here and hit the subscribe button. Yes, you have to hit the subscribe button and subscribe to American Reveille YouTube channel. Good. And then, comrade, when you're done, go up to the parlor. All right, I need you to find the parlor. Go into your app store, your Google Play Store, and find Parler. Parler. Okay, Parler. And when you get on the Parler, either in the app or www.parler.com, you come and find at the James Lane. The James Lane, the owner and the president of the American Reveille. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, thank you this so much, and I look forward to building gigantic united right-wing community with you.